Okay, life path number 4. How are you guys doing? This is Aya the Don. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and join me on Patreon and on my Instagram, meetup.com, the Unicorn Collective, for all of your spiritual event needs. We are going to smudge a little bit as if we don't already have the fire burning on this incense. I'm just going to use a little Palo Santo. I'm sure you guys' energy is already beautiful, shiny, and fluffed. Okay, so let's focus on our Sri Yantra, life path number 4. For your highest good, energy, knowing came up in my head. Knowing. Power. Sustenance. Like I don't usually think of these words when I look at the Sri Yantra, so it must be for you. Life path 4. Knowledge. Okay. So we're going to be using the Romance Angels Oracle cards deck for the month of November. Life path number 4. Yay. I'm feeling good. I've cleared out a lot of energy. Rose in the dead within me. Gone into the pits of hell in my psyche. Okay, and not all of these, spirit. And now I feel good. Like I am very shamanic journeyer. You know, like I'm always like whatever comes up, and then that came up again. Life path number 4. Life path number 4. Life path number 4. Come on out. Come through. Codependency. It's the first card that just wanted to like let you guys know something. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay. So codependency could mean a lot of different things. We can because you can have a codependency on like your wounds. I know me, or on like a old way of being, or I mean, and with a person. But you can be codependent even when you're by yourself. Codependent on like defense mechanisms. But let's look at what the next card says. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. And so when I see this card together, it's definitely telling me that there's maybe fragments in parts of yourself, and you may be projecting it onto someone else. Like your addictions are definitely coming in between your feminine and masculine energy poles. Now that could be an actual person, or it can be within yourselves, because I'm trying to keep it so that this is not just a relationship reading. Even though I'm using romance angel card decks, I'm reading these cards as energy. But some of you could be in the throes of a codependent relationship, and you're about to get married to this person, and these cards are telling you that, you know, this is what you're marrying. This is what you're marrying into. And the next card is very telling as well. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So you may be staying in a situation or in a relationship that is unhealthy for the money. You know, you may feel like you can't stand on your own 2 feet without this factor. And it may be unhealthy. Now, that's exactly what codependency is. It's like codependency is relying upon something as if it were actually nurturing and providing you sustenance, but it's really killing you, or it's really not healthy for you at all, and you need to let it go, but you can't, because if you do, the consequences is like picking the less of the two evils, you know. And maybe that's why all those words were coming to me: knowledge, sustenance. It's like this is maybe be a blind spot for you. You need to know that this is unhealthy. This is not the work of the Lord. You know, this is not what the universe would have for you. You are stronger and more capable than you think you are. You know, if you watch any of my other videos, I talk about going no contact from my family recently again. You know, as if I hadn't gone contact from them already in the past, but I'm going no contact again. Why was I saying that? I forgot. It'll come back if it's important. All right. I was saying that you're strong. I had to learn to let them fly. You feel like you're going to fall, but if you let go of this money or this wedding, then you're like, I'll just be left with my codependency. Like, just feeling codependency kind of feels like you're stuck and you can't breathe. You're like, you know, like you feel like your movement, your world, your sustenance and nourishment and foundation is depending upon this marriage of this money, this finances, this situation, this comfort this is providing you. And the last card that pops out for you is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You know, and this is not a reason to live your life or do the things that you do. But what the card is saying is true. Like, we attract what we are like. We attract what we are holding inside. And for someone who struggles with codependency, I'm one of those people. It's a scary place inside to actually learn to love yourself, because you're like, am I going to make it on time? It's like, get me to the church on time. Am I going to end up homeless, Lord? You know, like, and that's the right attitude, I'll say. Like, pray. Prayer is a great attitude to have. Lately I've been doing a lot of praying in those areas where I have really deep, dark defense mechanisms. That's one thing that I wish I would have known as a little girl, that I can call upon Mother Nature, I could call upon the universe, I can call on Source to help me. And that's exactly what I've been allowing my inner child to do. Codependency issues are childhood issues, are issues from your childhood. As an adult, there's nothing that you can't do. You know, when you are in your adult mind, you can think straight. You can come up with a solution even. But when you're in your like inner child codependent state, it seems impossible. And that's that fragment coming up to be healed. You know, you need to renegotiate with your inner child, a new state of being for yourself. You know, like there's another way for you to be. There is a solution. And you know, even when you were trapped as a little girl or a little boy, there was an option that you didn't use, most likely, and that was to call out for help from the universe. And allowing my inner child to pray in those spaces where I needed help the most, where I didn't even feel safe with my own mother, has healed me a lot recently. It seems like that was the thing that was missing from my development as a human. as a being that's connected to the universe. It's like, I felt like God had left me. And that's how it feels being codependent. I felt like God didn't care. It was like, God, why you allow these people to hurt me if you're on my side? Like, why do you allow me to feel left alone? And there's something that I never understood, but God doesn't allow anything. Those people allow themselves to treat me or treat you or to react the way they did to life. God is a neutral state of being. God is a yes, an allowance. He allows, and that's the grace, that we all have. And then it's our responsibility to show up and love God enough to do right by his creation. And that's where you get your dharma or your karma from. That's the intimate relationship that we all have with the universe. It's your choice what type of relationship you want to have. But in any situation, we all have the same relationship with the universe. It's how you use it, or abuse it. And because the universe won't allow you to abuse her without giving it to you right back, because it's a neutral law of a mirror. It's not an emotional response. It seems like it is. We have the emotional response because that's the experience that the universe wants to have through us. Like, we are an expression of the wind and of fire and of earth and water and ethers. We're the expression, but we still have a responsibility to love God, to love the goddess that is like in all and everything. Hey, yes, we can talk about it. I love talking about stuff like that. All right, that's the end of you guys' reading. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and commenting here on A of the Dawn. Join me on Patreon. I have a 12th house solve and 12th house herbal blend that we will be distributing out to all Patreon members. It is also on sale, pre-sale, on my website, Eye of the Dawn, where you can also order your tarot readings, astrology readings, Reiki healing. And if you are in town, I do foot reflexology. And I will also be offering Thai massage therapy soon as well. I can't wait. If you are in the Atlanta area, hit me up because I need people to practice on. I don't have nobody to practice on hardly. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. See you for your zodiac readings, and also check out your human design as well. Bye.